Boop. What up, folks? Tejbz here, and to the face. So, here's a friggin' video log for you. It's actually, this is the video, the main concern of this video is gonna be my first impressions of Call of Duty Ghost. So, I'm a little tired in my head. I just had a full day of working, my first day back since the summer vacation. And if you don't know what I do, I'm not really sure if I have like a title or anything, but I work at Display Sverige, which is like a Swedish YouTube network, which is it's like an awesome job. We just moved to a new office and it's pretty chill. So last week I was in LA. It was a really short trip. It was quite exhausting, you know. It takes like 15 hours from Sweden to Los Angeles, and I left in the morning, you arrive in like the afternoon. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck time is yet. What's up, guys? And there was like a bunch of YouTubers there, and it was like a really cool event. Like Activision always brings it. I remember like Call of Duty XP. I was like a kid in a candy store. I was like, yeah. And this time it's a little like more compact. It's a multiplayer reveal, and there's like a bunch, as I said, a bunch of YouTubers. It was so nice to hang out with like Nade and Hexagand and LEA and Goldie and Adam was there, or C9ers. And so like for the day of the multiplayer reveal, we came in and it was just like a live stream of the trailer and everything. And when you came into like the room where we're gonna play, there was like a bunch of gaming setup where you can hook up like a hard drive. I think I have it's a hard drive with Call of Duty Ghost on it, and there was like Elgatos everywhere. I was like, yeah, Elgato friggin' made it, man. My old sponsors. So to get to kind of the point, so when I picked up the controller, I was like, it was an Xbox One controller, and let's friggin' be honest, there's not an Xbox One behind the wall where we were playing. It's a friggin' PC. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell I said that. I think it was a PC. Because I went in and I pressed like start. I was going to change my sensitivity, and I was like, and I pressed disable controller, and my controller just stopped working. I was like, excuse me, my controller is broken. And the dude goes like, oh, he's going to minimize the recording, like stop recording, and he went back, and I was like, oh, you have to reset the PC. He was like, how do you know that? He didn't even say that. I kind of paraphrased that. Anyway, so never mind. It's still Call of Duty. It's just like a different code. It's just on some really early alpha stage. So when I picked up the controller, I was like, give me a sniper right now. And when I was playing, I was just like, it took me maybe like 5 minutes to kind of notice, like you have the, when you aim down the sight, you have the dual rendering. So you see like a scope, you see the outside like blurry in like your peripheral. So if you see like a dude outside your aim, you can be like, I see you, bro, and you can shoot him. And the little ring around like the crosshair, which I didn't like. I thought that was awful. And so say I was playing on like a 5 or 6 sensitivity, and when you're playing on that, because you kind of just want to be kind of stable when you're playing on like a new controller, when you're playing that on like MW2, I'm like, oh, I know exactly how much I need to turn to get that guy in my crosshair. But on this, it was just like, it was slower, it was different, and I noticed you have to line up your shots like more in the hip to hit the target precisely. It was different. It's gonna take a little time to get used to, but it was not hard. Call of Duty Ghost sniping is not dead. It's just different. I don't know, because I'm not a trick shotter. I'm super impressed by trick shotting, but I have no clue how to do it myself. So I enjoyed that a lot, and it was super rewarding. One thing that I did notice, that sometimes I shot like a dude in the foot and they died, and I shot a dude in the chest and it didn't die. So hit marker is probably gonna be like a factor, but there was one, sniping was really fun. I went to the first sniper, there was only one unlocked, which kind of sucked. For every other reveal I've been to, everything has been unlocked. You can be like, ooh, 50 cal, ooh, this one, ooh, I'm gonna play with this one. So there was only one. It was called L1115, something like that. And on the trailer, they were shown like a 50 cal, which probably like a slower semi-automatic, like a 50 cal always is. So I was like, can't wait to do that. I love the 50 cal in every game, pretty much. So anyway, moving on. So there's like a perk system now, you have 8 points to choose 8 perks as a maximum. So there's like perks that are worth 1 point up to 5 points. So if you choose a perk that's worth 5 points, you depleted 5 of your 8 perk points. And you can choose like 3 that are worth 1. And there was one perk that was called, I don't know, Iron Man basically, and if that said, if you get a kill with your gun, it has a chance to making your gun more powerful. So I was like, yep, like a sniper with that perk and going on a streak, I was like, hell yeah. And there was a lot of perks that wasn't unlocked. I heard they were talking about quick draw in the presentation, so like quick draw wasn't unlocked because there was only like a few perks that were unlocked. So I was like, probably, of course it's gonna be in the full game. I'm hoping it's gonna work for snipers as well, because let's just face it, sniping is awesome in any game. Period. I just burped. I just had like a liter of water because I was thirsty. So like for the streaks, you have specialist bonus, specialist streak, you have assault and support. I'm not too keen on support. I mean, when you're playing MW3, you can have like a scrub noob just getting hardline pro, getting a fifth and getting like a EMP and EMPing you. But the specialist, imagine there's like a 50 perks basically, and if you get the specialist and unlock every single perk, you're gonna be freaking unstoppable. With that 5-point perk that gives you your gun better, Incredible Orb is gonna have a blast. So I'm like, and the assault streaks, we only had 3 unlocked. You can have like, if you get 5 points, you get the baby dog, you get the Riley, you can be like, here boy. And I was like, fuck that, give me a attack cat. I'll be like, attack panther, like, that would be cool though. Like, think outside of the box, for God's sake. And the other guns, I don't have that much to say about them. They felt pretty good. I mean, since I felt like I was playing MW2 basically. I had no problem with killing people with like the Vector or even the shotgun. You see me like canceling my reloads. Yeah, I'm starting to reload and you sprint and I shoot people in my gameplay. So if you haven't watched it, you should probably watch them, rewatch them after this. The Vector was just like lethal. There was one class called the Marksman Rifles, which are semi-automatic. You can slap like a sniper scope on them, you can slap like burst firing on them. I'm not sure how they're gonna play out in the actual game. I'm hoping they're not gonna be too OP, because like the FAL in Black Ops 2 for instance is just like crazy good, especially with select fire. You have like a gun that kills in 3 bullets basically, and all the other guns kills in like 15 in Black Ops 2. And there's no like, I don't think there's a secret, but I like the Infinity Ward games better than I do the Treyarch, and that's just my personal opinion, because I'm probably just because I'm better at the Infinity Ward games. So, and the sniping is always like natural, and if I can't snipe in a game, I'm like, oh, just use the ray gun and get banned pretty much. And there's like a bunch of cool, like the movements in Call of Duty Ghosts. You can like slide, you can jump between the walls. You see in the trailer, you're like. And I was like, that's stupid, I don't need that. But I guess somebody at Infinity Ward thought that was a good idea. I don't know how it's gonna play out in the actual game, but if it works, that will be fine. But I don't know, I've never in a game, except for like Gears of War, wanted to like lean or shoot behind the wall or anything. So I'm not, it felt a little bit, so like Call of Duty Ghost felt like Crysis 3 on Xbox, but with 60 frames. So if you play Crysis 3 on Xbox, you play it on 25 frames or 30 if you're in America, or is it the opposite? And it just feels very chunky and blah blah blah. But Call of Duty Ghost was like, you were smooth, you were like flying. I'm like, yeah, I'm so high right now. I've had a really good day. That's why I'm like really happy. I'm also happy that I'm back on the like making videos grind pretty much, and I have this apartment, I have like my fucking PC. It's good. Is there anything else that I'd like to say? Oh yeah, so I'm actually not going to Gamescom this year. there's just like some personal stuff going on in my life. I have I'll tell you this, I have a scheduled surgery in sometime in September. I'm kind of freaking out about it. I have basically not had a drop of alcohol. I had one beer, in LA, and that was pretty much it. And I've been getting back on the gym grind, and because I want to recuperate really fast after this surgery and just be back to get ready for all the games that drop. Like GTA 5 is probably gonna drop at the same time as I've had my surgery, so I'm looking forward to that like a shit ton. So I'm just like, I didn't want to go to Gamescom and kind of just be not there with my mind, so I decided to stay home. I'm hoping that everybody that's there is gonna have like a blasty blast. And I'm gonna dive myself into the competitive scene really soon. Look out for like a really cool announcement. That's gonna be awesome. So yeah, it was a pretty long video. I hope you enjoyed it. And by the way, that painting, I hope you can see it, is made by my friend Andreas Uneby, which is like one of my best friends. He's like a fucking brilliant artist. You should go follow him on Instagram. I'll put the link in the description if I can remember. Alright guys, thanks for watching. And also, why don't you freaking leave a comment in the description if you're excited about Call of Duty Ghost. And because I will admit, I am. I wasn't really, like, I was like, oh, it's a new Call of Duty. I've done this 5 years in a row now, waited for a new Call of Duty. But now, after playing it and knowing that I will kick ass on it, I'm excited. Hit the like button, dudes, and I will see you soon. Bye.